Okay, so I was cut off when I was in the process of saying, like, for example, they said no one ever compliments your hair. Thankfully, one person at least did compliment my hair. And I do these hair videos so that you guys know at 51, it's hard. Like, I'm looking at the old pictures, some pictures from the 90s, and I'm pretty much still doing the same thing with my hair. So I like to see the YouTube videos where people show something different. So one thing they were saying was that um oh, they read the comments as I read it. So that changes what it means. So meaning I could read I like your hair and I could think it's being sarcastic. Like maybe they really don't like my hair because they're reading as I'm reading. So I'm not absorbing, like my brain isn't processing it at the same way, which is part of what I'm saying. When you're dealing with people who are reading along with you, pretending that they're reading through your eyes. How do I know they're not reading through my eyes? Is they wouldn't have gone through all this trouble to make it seem like they're reading through my eyes. They would just read through my eyes. Another point about that is when I was going over like different notes and they're reading it the wrong way, they wanted to make it seem like things I wrote in a nasty way. So they said they always twist what I do into something negative, which is part of what I'm saying. That really is their mindset. When I talk to you about AI based on their minds, if you can look at something in any way but only twist it in a negative way, then you're the problem. It's not me. There's no way that every scenario can be twisted in a negative way. That's what they do. And that's part of why this becomes an issue. This becomes an issue is that if every time you do something, someone twists your actions into a negative thing, then that person isn't on your side. That person isn't someone you can trust. That person is a predator. If you're, they talk about a right way of doing things or wrong way of doing things. You're supposed to, if they, because they love to use the Bible. Let me use a Bible reference right now. The Lord says you are supposed to treat people the way you want to be treated. You are supposed to treat people with the same way of love. You love thy neighbor. So where is the love thy neighbor? Where is it? The other big deal about that is when we're talking about the Bible, I like to do Old Testament, New Testament. So Jesus, the Old Testament gives the 10 Commandments. Jesus took the 10 Commandments and just boiled it down to that. You're supposed to love thy neighbor and you as you love yourself, meaning you are supposed to practice self-love and self-care. So they said in the previous video that I did, and hopefully I'll link it in this one, so I'm going to end this video really fast. I sounded like a white person. Again, the racism is so obvious. Thank you for watching.